Hello students, today I am going to teach you the second LCD of Norma Besalis, which includes structures passing through different foramina and attachments. Now first coming to the structures passing through different foramen. This is incisive foramen, which transmits the terminal part of greater palatine vessels and terminal part of nasopalatine nerve. This is greater palatine foramen, which transmits the greater palatine vessels and anterior palatine nerve. Just behind the greater palatine foramen, just behind the greater palatine foramen, you get 2 to 3 lesser palatine foramen, which transmits middle and posterior palatine nerve. Now coming to the vomerovaginal and palatinovaginal canal. This is vomerovaginal canal, which transmits the pharyngeal nerve from pterygopalatine ganglion and vessels. This is palatinovaginal canal, which transmits the pharyngeal branch from pterygopalatine ganglion and pharyngeal branch of maxillary artery. This is foramen ovale. This is foramen ovale, which transmits mandibular nerve, mandibular nerve, accessory meningeal artery, lesser petrosal nerve, and emissary vein. This is foramen ovale, which is oval in shape. That's why it is called as ovale. It transmits mandibular nerve, lesser petrosal nerve, accessory meningeal artery, and emissary vein. Just behind the just behind the foramen ovale, you get foramen spinosum, circular in shape. Foramen spinosum. This foramen spinosum transmits the middle meningeal artery, middle meningeal vein, and meningeal branch of mandibular nerve. Between foramen ovale and scaphoid fossa, there is another foramen called emissary sphenoidal foramen. This emissary sphenoidal foramen transmits an emissary vein. Now coming to the carotid canal. This is carotid canal. This is carotid canal, which transmits the internal carotid artery and venous and sympathetic plexus around it. This carotid canal, which transmits internal carotid artery and venous and sympathetic plexus around it. Now coming to the structures passing through foramen lacerum. This is foramen lacerum. The the carotid canal opens in the interior of the skull at foramen lacerum. Okay, so the internal carotid artery, it emerges in the interior of the skull by passing through the foramen, by transversing the foramen lacerum. Apart from internal carotid artery, the foramen lacerum also transmits the meningeal branch of ascending pharyngeal artery and an emissary vein. Now coming to the largest foramen of Norma Besalis, that is foramen magnum. The foramen magnum, the structures passing through foramen magnum can be divided into anterior part and posterior part. Structures passing through the anterior part and posterior part. The anterior part transmits the lowest part of medulla oblongata and three meninges. The posterior part transmits the lowest part of medulla oblongata and three meninges, while the anterior part, it transmits three important structures, that is apical ligament of Dens, vertical band of cruciate ligament, and membrana tectoria. Now this posterior part, which transmits the lowest part of medulla oblongata and three meninges, in these three meninges there are structures passing through the subarachnoid space. There are some important structures which passes through the subarachnoid space. And these structures are spinal accessory nerve, the vertebral arteries, the sympathetic plexus around the vertebral artery, the posterior spinal arteries and anterior spinal arteries. So all these structures, they pass through the posterior part in the subarachnoid space. Now coming to the uh, foramens in relation to the occipital condyles. These are two occipital condyles. This is anterior condylar foramen. This is anterior condylar foramen, and this is posterior condylar foramen. The anterior condylar foramen is also called as hypoglossal canal, which transmits the hypoglossal nerve. The posterior condylar foramen transmits an imaginary vein. Sometimes the posterior condylar foramen, it may uh, it may be closed. Okay, so when present, when this posterior condylar foramen, it is patent, it transmits the imaginary vein. Now coming to the jugular foramen. This is jugular foramen. The structures passing through the jugular foramen can be divided into three parts. The structures passing through its anterior part, middle part and posterior part. Okay. Structures passing through this jugular foramen can be divided into three parts: anterior, middle and posterior part. Through its anterior part, inferior petrosal sinus and meningeal branch of ascending pharyngeal artery passes. The structures passing through anterior part is inferior petrosal sinus and meningeal branch of ascending pharyngeal artery. Through its middle part, 9, 10, 11 cranial nerve passes, and through its posterior part, internal jugular vein and meningeal branch of occipital artery passes. So this is about jugular foramen. Now coming to the foramen, which comes in relation to the styloid process. This is styloid process and this is mastoid process. In between these two processes, there is one foramen that is called as stylomastoid foramen. This stylomastoid foramen transmits the facial nerve and stylomastoid branch of posterior auricular artery. It transmits, stylomastoid foramen transmits facial nerve and the stylomastoid branch of posterior auricular artery. In the lateral wall of jugular foramen, sorry for interruption. This is jugular foramen and this is jugular fossa. In the lateral wall of jugular fossa, there is one foramen which is called as mastoid canaliculus. This mastoid canaliculus transmits the auricular branch of vagus nerve. Okay, this mastoid canaliculus transmits auricular branch of vagus nerve. So this is all about structures passing through different foramen present in the norma basalis.